Hi, Anthony Castle. Thanks for coming in. Actually getting set up for a multitask or multicast. I'm gonna do a Podbean and a Facebook stream at the same time. Also do my TikTok. So I'm gonna kind of try to knock this one out of the park. So it's gonna be fun. I can just broadcast here and on Podbean and just meld them all both together, whatever, but I'm not going to do that today because that's not what I'm here for. So, alright, here we go. We're going to go live on this. Just a moment. We are live on TikTok, though. You dig? You dig, Daddy-O? Live on the TikTok. Hey, who's that guy in the suit? Who's that handsome fellow there? Ian Griffiths. Thanks for coming in. How you doing today, man? Doing all right? Life good? All right, cool. Stephen Pyle, thanks for coming in. Nunya, hello, thank you. Getting ready to set up the live show. Talk about what do you guys think I should talk about in here? Anybody that's in the room right now, give me a topic. I'll talk about it on the Podbean, which will actually be played here as well. You guys will actually see how I do a Podbean broadcast, and if you want, I'll flip between the screen and my face so that you guys can kind of see what I do on there. Tasha Looney, brother, welcome. I don't know if you're new or not, but every single day when I broadcast away, I live on the level, so I've got my apron pin. Thank you for coming in here, though. I keep it on the DL, man. The wisdom comes, the brothers know. WW, thanks for coming in. Nico, you guys are coming in as I am setting up the Podbean broadcast. I'm going to go live on the podcast here. I just need a topic. Anybody have anything you really want to talk about? What's a blazing desire that you want to hear about? Anybody know? Nothing spiritual, nothing relationship, or nothing spiritual, nothing, no religion, no politics. Jay Remy, thanks for stopping by. Wow, this room's growing today. If you guys don't follow me, please do. Understand also, I offer so many different variables of information and different ways of looking at things. This is why I came to TikTok. You're fucking nuts. You're crazy. I'm the guy you want on your trivia team. Trust me. Especially when they start talking about Duramatter. Let me get in here. Let me get on the Podbean. I'm going to post it as entertainment because it's easier that way. Explicit? I'd say my shit's pretty explicit. So no co-host today. We're just going to go live. Just need to do a quick mic check. And I think we're live. Mic check 1, 2. Check. Yep, there we go. Excellent feedback. Excellent feedback on the microphone, and I hope you guys are getting good feedback here. I will take your feedback and in the most heartfelt way, and I will turn it around into something positive. Thanks for coming in today. Mister, thanks for coming into the studio. It's not really a studio. Say, how are you? Cool fingers. Are you here from the Facebook page, the TikTok, or are you just here because you stumbled upon me? There you go. Dig the music. Let's turn it down a little bit, though. Because you probably have headphones on. We're starting the show. You came in just at the beginning. That's cool. I appreciate it. I don't know how loud that microphone is, or the background, or if it's looping. It might even be looping. Man, I would feel terrible if that was the case. Doesn't look very professional when you do silly shit like that, right? So, Mister, where are you from? I'm also broadcasting on TikTok. Cherish all things. Thanks for coming into the TikTok. April Marie, thanks for coming in. Linda Thrash. I'm gonna stop approaching this because today's attention is focused on the Podbean viewers, but I'm here on TikTok just so you guys can kind of see how I do things behind the scenes here. So when you guys are watching my videos and when you guys are doing stuff like that, you can see all the stuff that I put into just making 60-second videos with you. My topic today is let's talk about the gumballs in your head. This posts automatically on LinkedIn, also 14 other social media platforms. So as soon as I go live, everybody sees it. I think that the farther I reach, the more people I reach. Thank you for the hearts, by the way, mister. I appreciate it. The farther I reach, the more people I reach, the better off we are, realistically. I think that we've become so reliant on the teachings of standard schooling and education and information out there that if you sit back, I was with my wife the other day. We were watching something on television and a commercial came on. It might have even been a TikTok video. I'm not 100% sure. But a commercial came on and that commercial said, you know, our school's responsibility is to teach our children to become educated and upstanding citizens of society. So what she was saying is it's a school's responsibility to train our children to be sheep. That's what I heard. No disrespect to the lady. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I don't think I am, though. I don't think I'm wrong by saying this. Why did they remove? Why did they remove the information from schools? Why are they taking music away? Oh, because you don't need music. Who says? Who says you don't need music? For a person like me, music's what got me through school. Music's what got me through all the bullshit that I had to deal with while I was being raised. Music is what got me through the hardest times of my life. Music got me through the death of both of my parents. Music got me through addiction. Music got me through recovery. Music got me through so many different things in my life that I would not have gotten through without that. It's also caused a lot of issues for me. It's caused a ton of issues for me in the past because I've relied on music to pull me out of those things. And sometimes those things just don't pull through for you. That's unfortunate, but that's realistic. Sometimes you rely on the power of music and it doesn't pull through for you. You know what I mean? So as we continue on and we continue thinking about the growth of our brains, okay, if you think about it, 90% of our, what is the mathematical equation? 80 to 90, 88%, 92% of our body is made up of water. Bullshit. I've got bone, I've got muscle, okay? I would say, sure, internals, absolutely. But bone is impenetrable. I mean, it's got holes in it, but it's porous. It doesn't absorb like other products do, like sponges. Because if it did, it would not turn into rock when it becomes coral, right? There are a lot of things that I did learn in school, a ton of things that I learned in school that I carry with me every single day. Like, don't trust that guy, he's an asshole. Or, hey, that guy, he lied to me once. Or, hey, that guy hit me. Or, hey, that girl's a whore, Those are the street things that I learned in school. But there's no street education anymore. There's no street education anymore. You know why? Because we keep taking it away. Here's your safe space. Go play in it. Here's your sandbox. My sandbox had cat shit in it. My sandbox probably had gravel in it. Probably had chunks of concrete and rocks in it. And the cool thing is instead of my parents freaking out because there was some form of dunnage in my toy box, my dad took that bad thing because he probably went into somebody's backyard and was like, hey, man, I'll take a truckload of that shit with me. I'll get it out of your yard. What's up, backpack? How you doing? Came home. My kid will be tickled pink. I'll put it in the sandbox. He'll love it. He'll be happy, And I was, because then my dad would sit down with those little red, yellow Tonka trucks with me and give me some time. Hey, Bob, got some more sand for the sandbox. Oh, sweet. You want to help me scoop it out? Sure. back up to the sandbox. He hangs the tailgate over the sandbox, and I would shovel it out. So here are some things that I learned about that. Now, mind you guys, I'm 6, 7 years old, and I'm shoveling the back of a pickup truck, a Dodge Power Wagon, with a grown-up shovel, emptying it into my toy box, my sandbox, putting it in my sandbox so that I can play with it, full of rocks. But that gave my dad the opportunity to show me how hard work does pay off, because as soon as you get done working, you can play. And what he showed me is pile a bunch of this stuff in one corner, and then we'll attack it with these Tonka trucks. When I'm saying Tonka trucks, I'm talking about the old metal ones that we all have scars. That we all have scars on our heads from. You know, guys, if you're here on TikTok, make sure you follow the broadcast on Podbean. If you're here on Podbean, make sure you jump over to the TikToks, or better yet, just go to our LinkedIn or to our Linktree and follow our socials there. And you get all gumball all the time. I'm a veritable machine. I can't compete with the name though. But what I'm saying about those toys is, I could attack now those little rocks, those little crunchy boulders. You know, I could approach those now with my dump truck and take them over to the now created gravel pit in my toy box. 6 years old, and I was separating things. I was compartmentalizing. I was compartmentalizing my own brain. Chris, thanks for coming in. Chris Ferrone stopped in. Thanks for coming by. Come on back, Chris. Come on back in here. Just give me 10 seconds of your time. I've already captivated one listener of the audience here. This is my first time ever doing the Podbean with the chat. And I'm very thankful that Mr. is still here. So, must have stumbled across me accidentally. But now I'm your follower. So if you go live, I'll see that you went live. Now I can come listen to you. See how that works? Today, Mr., you and I just started growth in a network that is going to far surpass anything. I'm not trying to be, conspiracy theorist or anything like that. What I'm saying is my network is small, my circle is small, so that I can build that trust and pass on that information to other people. That's that network. The gumballs in my head is the information that I have up there. It's just a matter of continuously turning that mechanism until the information that people need falls out. That's why I have so many different avenues of expression, because on one avenue, it might be recovery focused. Another avenue might be addicted family focused. And it's not the addict that needs the help, it's the family that needs the help. So now they need me to work with the family, because the addict's already in recovery. And most people think about it, addicts are usually expected to go through it alone anyways. I think that family, I think the army that people talk about are the ones that need to be there for them. And families of addicts, you got to understand, the reason why we continue to go to meetings is because you don't understand what the fuck we're going through. So we need to come to that community and say, hey, you know what? My wife never understands me when I say this. My boss doesn't understand when I tell them I need a mental health day. But you know what? If I call in sick and I go to a meeting and I talk about it in the meeting, you guys are going to understand what I'm saying. You guys are going to understand what I'm saying when I tell you that, hey, my wife told me that we've grown apart. Yeah, I feel the same way. Or, hey, I've watched you guys grow and flourish as a family together. Too many of us mind our own business, but when our friends, especially as men, especially as middle-aged men, when we're venting to our buddies, we're looking for unsolicited feedback while soliciting our information to see if our buddy identifies. Is that right, guys, in the chat? I see Chris and Mr. are in here, and according to what I'm seeing, not judging by any means, but you guys are both of at least one relationship in your life status. And you've approached that in such a way that, this guy keeps leaving. Must not like what I have to say. That's okay. I'm not for everyone. I'm very careful about the F-bombs while I'm on this. Violet Star Boutique, thanks for coming into the live on TikTok. Jess Stringer, thanks for coming in. Rachel Herrera, Blue, aw. Thanks for coming in, Blue. Today's focus is on Podbean. You guys get me every single day on TikTok. You're here because you're part of my network. I'm here to try to connect this network together now, the Podbean and the TikTok. I'm creating my own hustle while giving information out. And that information that I have on that, what I was talking about was, if we're having a conversation with one of our friends and we're venting to them, that's just as therapeutic as talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a, life coach, if you will. When we go to those meetings and sit down under the fluorescent lights and the shitty coffee smelling Formica countertops or the fold-up tables, that's mentorship. And it's not for everyone. Mentorship is difficult because it's not for everyone. It's difficult to find that person that you really jive with, that you really connect with, that you really have a huge connection with. So that being the case, when the pandemic came around, we were missing the ball on that. People were relapsing left and right. I had phone call after message, after text message, after voicemail, after email in my box saying, my husband relapsed, what do I do? Or I relapsed, what do I do? Or I'm on my way to prison now because I relapsed, thanks a lot. Well, what do? Is you take responsibility for yourself, first and foremost, and you admit that you have a problem, okay? Now, I'm not just saying this in recovery. I'm saying this in any aspects. I lost my job. And for 3 months, I was telling that shitty story. Oh, they pushed me out. Oh, and then when I started looking at it a different way, going, wait a minute, they could have fired me without any problems. They could have just been like, see you, dude, good luck. But they didn't. Why? Why didn't they do that? And I've been mad at my company for a long time. But the longer I have that distance away, the more opportunity I have to kind of reflect on all the good shit that happened to me and my wife and my family that I wouldn't have had I not had this opportunity. I've created a successful website for myself. My wife and I have created a successful business plan. I'm not going to say it's a business yet. Hey, Cryptic, thanks for coming in. Cameron and Melinda, thanks everybody for coming in on the TikToks. But we've created a lot of successes for ourselves. Crazy Uncle Tony, thanks for coming in. I got called a Dutch uncle the other day. Look that title up. It's not one of those hood slang things either. It's a legitimate title. It's called Dutch Uncle. They said that I take the Dutch uncle approach to recovery, and I thought that was kind of cool. This is no bullshit approach. Okay? We already know we got a problem. It doesn't have to, like I say, it doesn't have to equate to recovery. It's just what I identify with the most. You might be having problems in your marriage. You already know you got a problem. What do you got to do to fix it? Well, stop fucking up first and foremost and acknowledge the fact that you're fucking up and move forward. Say, hey, you know what? I screwed up. I told my wife yesterday, you know what? How is your day going? And then before I even gave her the opportunity to respond, I said, I'm having a very difficult time mentally today. Yesterday, I got shit on. By the end of the night, I meditated with my friends, meditated with my family. We do that every night, 10 p.m. It's a sleep meditation. And if you're interested, and you can come in silently. It's I do a nidra meditation, usually about 20 minutes long. Just kind of get your body ready for bed. And it's mild enough to where you can bounce out and go still do a couple of things. Hey, thanks for the follow, Cryptic. I appreciate that. I'll follow you back when the live's over here. Got my hands kind of full because, as you can see here, I'm broadcasting on Podbean as well. So I'm doing my live broadcast online right now for there because I haven't talked Podbean since last Wednesday, and I get to come in here every Wednesday and talk. I love the fact that it's part of my job to do this. I love the fact that my wife supports me in my job and my career and my decisions. Next week, actually, I think I will have, hopefully, if all things come through, I will have my friend who is a gunsmith who owns Lambda Gunsmithing LLC out in Allegan, Michigan. Small town. And I'll be talking with him next week about his business and how he went from one thing to another. He's a really good friend of mine. One of the only friends that survived the Gulf War. I have two friends that I know went over and came back. I had a total of about 20 friends that went overseas. I haven't heard from them since graduation. So there's a reason. Most likely they're still in, or they're, off doing their own thing, but I can't find them on Facebook or LinkedIn. But you see, guys, men are raised with that stigma of you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to show emotion. Okay? When my daughter was born, my first daughter, when she was born, I cried like a baby. I was so excited. I was so excited to be a girl dad. And then the next day, the scare kicked in. The fear kicked in because I was like, oh shit, I got a girl. I don't know anything about girls. And then it's like, all right, cool. Hey, Kendra, if you're still out and about, you got an opportunity, could you slide into, now, you don't have to do that. Never mind. I was going to ask you to pick me up a ring light. Don't worry about it, though. I got plenty of lighting options out here. I can go over the top and go up top with that light, too. So it's all about angles, guys. See that? Now I look like a real radio DJ. Turn the light down. But we bounce around in all these things because I get sidetracked while I'm talking, but that's how I keep the brain going, okay? Sorry. It's a character defect that I have to learn how to live with. Character trait. So, but anyway, Sable, thank you for coming back. Ada, thank you for coming in today. We're doing a simulcast on the Podbean. Looks like we have one new follower today, which is great. I think that brings our follower up to 6. Every single person matters. Every person matters because everybody has that information to share. That network is gone. And when I was talking about our school's responsibility is to teach our children how to grow up as upstanding citizens in the community, and how I disagreed with that. Quick microphone fix. I got to mute it on Podbean. See, this is the shit that I do. I do this stuff when I'm meditating too. It's fucking wild. We lose that key demographic of people. We lose that key opportunity in life to focus on learning those things that need to be learned and teaching those things that need to be taught. Primarily, when I say that, I'm talking about we're taking music out of schools. I honestly believe that if we had religion in schools, I don't talk religion very often, but I will. I'll sit and talk. It's just if we're going to do that, I want to dedicate this specific duration of whatever my video or whatever my podcast is to that topic. Because we are going to go so far off topic and staying within the guidelines of that conversation. So if anybody ever wants to chat religion or politics with me, let me know. We'll do it. But I'm going to hold you to a couple of standards. Number 1, come at me educated. Number 2, don't get frustrated. We'll share information and we'll share observations. Sounds like someone just followed me. Thank you for the follow. And I'm not saying that as a taunt or as a challenge. I'm just saying, if you want to talk about it, that's great. But there's a reason why I avoid the topic. The majority of the people that I talk, especially politics with, are misinformed. I don't watch television, folks. If it's on, I'll lay there and watch it until I fall asleep. But it's just one thing. It's like visible cocaine. Just takes my brain off the work for a little while. Sunflower Princess, thanks for coming in. 2 Boys, 1 Dad, thanks for coming in. Pickle, thanks for coming in. Family Man, thanks for coming in. Sable, thanks for coming in. Ender, thanks for coming in. You guys are so supportive on TikTok. Val Venom, thanks for coming in. Hector Lopez. Okay. Thanks for liking the show, mister. I appreciate you. Now, I'm not sure how the stuff works on Podbean. I just look at it this way. I have now 6 followers. That's 6 people that if you see me on, great, cool. You'll jump in. You'll be like, hey, cool. I like the fact that we can do 20 different topics in a 30-minute broadcast and get to the bottom of it with very low residual. Well, let's see here. Donnie has American Bulldogs just joined our channel. Donnie, I know that only says that I have 1 viewer right now, but look at the time and understand that all of this stuff is just here. right now. But as soon as I click stop, poof, it's everywhere. So regardless of what avenue you follow, whether it be the podcast, the broadcast, the mail, the news, whatever venue we're on, you guys can download. You can download the Gumball Head broadcasts on Tidal. You can download the Gumball Head broadcasts on Spotify. So this is a demographic that we're missing as a network. Mister just said to me in the Podbean cast, do you mind if I read this out loud? I don't want to violate our trust yet. I'll get to that. I can read this. You're good with that, okay? So Mister said to me, "There's not people on Podbean, so if you have 10 or more people at a time, you're doing good." I'm halfway there, guys. If you guys are here on TikTok, jump on that link that I put on the video prior to this. Oh, see, now we're up to 5, 6. Okay, so I have more viewers on my TikTok than I do in here. But listen, guys, if you go to the Podbean and you like that, you guys are going to help me change that algorithm and reach that broader audience. Just like I started with one viewer on TikTok, and that was my wife. The second viewer was my backup account. The third viewer was my daughter. The fourth viewer was my son. My fifth viewer was my stepson. You see how that grows? You start with the people, your immediate network, and you ask them to grow you. But the thing is you got to use your integrity. My network, the way that my network is so small, but they're real people. They're all people that I've interacted with. I can go in and get 10,000 followers tonight on TikTok if I put the grind in and just go put my face in a couple of those Grow Live rooms. I don't want to do that. I want to interact with the people that I have at this network. I want the value of communication. I want the value of information sharing. I want to share the information that I learned from the people and pass it on. I want to do what the Brotherhood was formed for. Gigi, thanks for coming in. 3997, thanks for coming in. Why haven't you guys followed me yet? I think 3997, I'm waiting on a follow back from you. I appreciate that, mister. I did follow you. I followed you as soon as you came in here. You have an amazing following. You have 437 followers from 412 following. That means the accounts that you're not following demographically or analytically are simply corporate accounts or multiple user accounts. And they're not going to follow you back because it's not just one person using that account. You know, but just as I was saying about shoveling the gravel out of the back of my dad's old pickup truck into my own sandbox at 6 years old, just so I could play with the toys. Work hard, play hard, right? So those big rocks that ended up in that sandbox, I dug them out with my Tonka trucks, and it gave me something to do, and it taught me how to compartmentalize, and it taught me how to do things such as prioritize. What was my goal? Well, at 6 years old, you don't realize you have a goal. As an adult, I'm not going to sit there and be like, okay, so what's his end goal here with one of my children while they're playing in the yard? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit and watch and observe. I'm going to figure out their end goal as they're working towards their end goal because I'm going to see how they operate. And guess what? I've learned more from my 3-year-old in operational management and operational leadership than I ever did working with teams, ever. Because, first of all, when you're working with a 3-year-old, you got to have all the patience in the world. That's important. You should anyways. So, are you sure this year? Oh, you know what? No, I think I dropped in with you on here. I'm just going to follow you, and let's start off on a good note. You don't know what's going on. I'm going to jump away for a quick second on the Podbean here, and I'm going to jump over here right now. I'm dual casting. I'm dual casting on Podbean. I broadcast regularly, and what I do is I go out. See how I got the nose ring? I did that because of that. So anyway, so I just talk. That's it. I just talk about dumb stuff or important stuff or imperative stuff. And if people bring up topics in the chat, I talk about that topic. I share what wisdom I need to share. Quick wisdom, when I'm wearing the hat, my wife will be home in 5 minutes, so that means I have 3 minutes to get this over with. But when you guys get me, I just talk about different things. I just talk about different things. If you're still on the live here, wife, when you get home, send them to me. Send them to me. I'll occupy them for a half hour, and then we'll get out of here. So thanks for the follow, Donnie. But I also do a lot of other things. I promote small businesses. businesses that have less than 500 followers, such as Etsy. When in how I do that is I go in there. If it's a product that I'm looking for and they have a good price, I'll buy it. I don't even care if it's a good price. I support creators. I support makers. I do that as I'm a maker myself. I am currently in the process of making this as my Halloween costume. This is a plague doctor mask. People are familiar with the bird looking masks. You know, right now I've got everything glued up. It's all junk. It's all made out of, hey, firecracker. How you doing, Britt? Um, yeah, I can do that, dear. But I take junk that people, I go to yard sales. I buy a box of junk. I I tear apart Happy Meal toys. I tear apart Funko Pops, and then I turn them into art. And if you follow now that you're following me, right? Go watch some of my videos, and a lot of my art's on there. So, and that goes for you too, Mister. I don't know if you're on any of the socials, but if you have any visible socials like Facebook or whatever, the Gumball Head Facebook page is simple. It's facebook.com/explore the gumball. Okay. Or you can follow us on TikTok. All of our socials are Gumball Head Kalamazoo. It's actually Gumball Head _ Kazoo. If you look that up in the socials, you toss that into the Googles, you'll find me. And we just hit our live goal for the day. Thank you for the big love today, Britt. You are amazing. I hope all is well. Sorry, I have been kind of like not so bouncing in the rooms. I'm really, really, really working hard on getting this business up off the ground. And it's turning around. It's coming around. I have clients now. I have people purchasing commissions of the weird, wild, wacky stuff that I do. Gigi, if you're still here, let me show you one more thing. This is one of the first things that I ever painted on live on TikTok. This is a resin clay tree that I picked up. I used UV reflective glitter paint. Okay. My wife just arrived home, so that means the pod bean is over. Actually, the hound is here. Another person came in. Guys, thank you so much for the support. I'm going to follow you guys. Follow you guys, and I'm going to share this infinite wisdom with you guys. Let's grow this. Let's grow this network, guys. Let's build it. How you doing, Hound? So I got 3 new followers on TikTok today, 2 new followers on the Podbean. Wife just came home with the kids. I want to stay. I want to hang out. But I got responsibilities too. But not only that, but this gives us an opportunity to talk at another time. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be back later on tonight. Actually think I'm going to start doing bedtime stories for kids and recording them on Podbean. They give me a lot of office space here. So, wow, did I just hit another? Hi, Joel, Sean Taylor. Thanks for coming in on the TikTok. But it gives us an opportunity to connect at another time, come in at a different angle. So, thanks for the hearts, guys. That's super cool. I look forward to getting to know you guys. And those on Podbean, stay strong, stay focused, stay sober. If that's not your thing, just stay alive. Share the love, Care about your fellow person. Raise them up when they need lifting. And push them down if you're hanging out and giggling and having fun. So I'll be back later on tonight. I'm going to do a bedtime story. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to do our sleep meditation on TikTok. So lots of variables, lots of opportunity for everybody. And it's cool because it comes in short bursts. So I hit you on those points during the day where you actually have downtime, because I have downtime too. So if you're a parent, or if you're married, or if you're hosting a circle jerk, it doesn't matter. I'm available at the times that you need me to be. So, and I'm not for everyone. That makes it even more fun, especially if you have a fucked up, twisted mind. Or, I censor too. Just depends on the demographic. But with the names that are in this room, I think I can get away with it. And with everybody on TikTok, they know how that is. So, Hound, hop over to TikTok if you got it. Follow me there. If you don't, jump to Facebook. Everybody's got that. Follow me there. Guys on the TikTok, thanks for being here. Thanks for being supporters. I'll be back in a little while. Love to you as well, Brittany, and everybody else in the chat on TikTok. Great experience today, and much love as always. I'll see you guys soon. Awesome. I ended it on the pod meeting. Now I got on to here. Stay strong, stay focused, stay sober. Thank you for the support. Keep your eyes out. I'll be back in a little while. Much love.